Ready when you are.
We keep changing the names.
Yes,
of the-
okay.
they're not gonna-
Welcome to the September 25th, 2025 Planning Board Public Hearing. We will have a roll call, please.
Chair LaFaro.
Present.
Vice Chair Affinity is absent. The Secretary is here. Board Member Glazer.
Present.
Board Member Mutu.
Present.
Board Member Neely.
Present.
And Board Member Fulham is absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. So our first application is Prime Storage, and we have notice, Council?
We do, Madam Chair.
Okay, Tom, want to read it into the record?
Please take notice that in accordance with local law number 14 of 2022, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing to consider the pre-submission application entitled Prime Storage. The application proposes the construction of a new second-floor storage area within an existing structure, approximately 14,975 square foot footprint, and existing office space to remain on a 3.07 acre, 136,635 square foot parcel located in the LI 40 zoning district within the Aquifer Protection Overlay District and Archaeological Sensitive Area at 229 Butter Lane, Bridgehampton, Suffolk County Tax Map 900-52-1-36.11.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, it's on.
Perfect. Good evening, my name is Joe Neitzel with
Oh, actually,
J.
it's
and
on.
Oh, there we go. Good evening. My name is Joe Neitzel with JMN Architecture. I'm the architect for the applicant. We are proposing to convert the existing single-story warehouse building on the subject property to a self-storage building. Currently, the building is improved with four self-storage buildings that have been there for a number of years, as well as the subject building, which is being used currently as a warehouse along the front of the property. As part of this application, my client is converting that building entirely to self-storage. Right now, it's used as just warehousing. As part of this conversion, we plan to construct a second floor within the envelope of the existing building. We do not plan to expand the footprint. We do not plan to raise the roof or modify anything on the exterior of the building. It is strictly an interior modification to convert to self-storage. Actually, I take that back. There's one minor exterior modification, and there's an existing loading dock at the north side of the property, which we intend to remove and infill to be level with grade. Right now, it's depressed. It comes down as if like an 18-wheeler would back up into it. So we're going to take that out, level that off. Currently, the sales office for the self-storage facility is located within this building, and the intent is to keep that there. Based on our review of the parking and the zoning code, this is all an as-of-right submission. Parking requirement for the warehouse was 1 per 1,000 square feet, where self-storage is 1 per 2,000. So the offset, in doubling the square footage, the parking calculation comes out to the same number of required spaces. There's no planned modification, renovation, or changes to the existing 4 buildings at the rear of the site. Everything is located on the large warehouse up front.
So do you plan to take the roof, the top of the building off and then construct from it?
The height of the existing building is, give me 1 second, 29 feet. So no, we're
You'll
gonna
just-
build everything within it.
Within
Yeah, we have enough height in there to put that new second floor and have the required ceiling heights. We don't plan to do
You'll
anything.
have a fair amount of internal, heavy engineering to do to support the second floor.
Correct, yeah, we'll have to put a full new structural floor in. We're gonna have an elevator, so we'll have a masonry elevator shaft going in and poured concrete slab, metal deck, and structural load-bearing walls to support that new second floor.
And
Will the
nothing
access-
outdoors? Sorry. Outdoor,
Only the removal of that depressed loading dock, everything else is going to remain.
Access to the units will be in, from the interior.
100% internal, correct. And it'll be climate controlled.
great. Okay, is there anyone who wishes to speak to the application? Is there anyone on Zoom?
No one.
Peter? Nobody on Zoom, no one in the audience. Any more questions from the board?
So, I mean,
Sorry,
you have to be
George.
adding, obviously, external, how do you do heating and cooling? Where is that gonna go on the site?
They're going to be, they will be on site. There will be external condensers. We plan to locate those on site, not on the roof.
Okay.
And as our next phase of engineering starts, that's what we'll plan to present if we move forward to the formal site plan
Any
submission.
plan for a generator, generator,
no
battery,
generator.
or battery backup?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to close with a 10-day written comment period.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria.
Second.
It's pre-submission, so it's 30 days. 30 days.
Second.
Motion by Gloria, second by George. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, 5 in favor, 2 absent. Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next application is A10 Agricultural Building Site Plan. And do we have notice, Council?
We do, Madam Chair.
We do, okay. George, do you want to
Read
read
into
that?
record.
Yep.
Please take notice that in accordance with local law 14 of 2022, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing to consider the agricultural construction permit entitled 810 Lumber Lane. The application is for construction of a 2-story agricultural building with a 7,500 square foot footprint, approximately 575 linear feet of 8-foot high agricultural fence, and approximately 575 linear feet of 4.5 foot high slat fence in the CR 80 zoning district within the Aquifer Protection Overlay District and Archaeological Sensitive Area at 810 Lumber Lane, Bridgehampton, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-51-1-4.5.
Please.
Good evening, Shannon McCaffrey, Dewey's Planning. The applicant is requesting a site plan approval at 810 Lumber Lane. This lot was created as part of the M4 Lumber Lane Lumber Holdings LLC subdivision approval in 2023 and has a lot size of 324,447 square feet. An agricultural and scenic easement was established across the entirety of this lot. Then the property is being planted with fruit trees to establish an orchard, and the applicant is proposing the construction of a 26 by 65 foot agricultural building. The barn is integral for the storage of equipment and materials needed for the farm. The building is set back 200.1 feet from the front property line, and we find that the position of the barn is properly set back from the road. The barn will have minimal lighting at only the exits and will be dark sky compliant. There will also be a storage area surrounded by a 6-foot high cedar fence. The applicant is also seeking approval for agricultural fencing along the front of the property. This fencing was installed after the installation of the orchard to protect the plantings that were already done. And lastly, the applicant is requesting approval of a double-sided sign. The sign will be white with black lettering and a black arm post. A recent inspection made by the planning department noted piles of soil and a lean-to. The soil is being used for the planting of the fruit trees, and the lean-to is actually the well house for the irrigation well on the property. Please let me know if you have any questions.
So the building itself will have no water, no septic, none
No.
of that? Just a
It's just
storage
for dry
building.
storage and equipment.
And the double fencing that's up now, what's happening with that?
The double fence, so there's the silt fence, and then the black, that's
Black.
just temporary.
It's just temporary.
And so it was there was a stop work order that was issued when they started doing all the plantings because there was a flooding issue. But now that's been rectified, silt fence up, and that fencing was installed during that as well.
And the drainage, that's all been
That's,
rectified?
yes.
Okay. Any questions? Any other questions? Is there anyone who wants to speak to the application, Peter? Online?
No one.
No one. Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to close with a 10-day written comment period.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria, second by David. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? 5 in favor, 2 absent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, number 3 on the agenda is Sim Realty, Association Lot 25.
Nobody's shown up for that.
We don't have anything on this.
I'm pretty sure that one was the one that had a posting error, and they found out a while back. So.
Okay. So this is off the agenda because of a posting notice. We'll move into number 4, Sagvine Properties. Do we have notice, council?
We do, Madam Chair.
Okay.
I would like to say that I drove past the property on Sunday twice,
Sagvine?
yes, and there was no sign up anywhere.
Well, we had posted it.
You haven't read the notice?
Yeah, we haven't read the notice into the record.
Okay, sorry.
David, are you
Want me to
reading
read
that?
it? Okay. Please take notice that in accordance with local law 14 of 2022, a public hearing will be held at the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, at 6 PM in Town Hall, 116 Hampton Road, Southampton, and via video conferencing, to consider the pre-application entitled Sagvine Properties LLC-Lot 1. The application is for a 2-lot subdivision of 5.173 acre parcel, currently improved with a telecommunications tower situated in the CR 200 zoning district, Aquifer Protection Overlay District, and New York State Archaeological Sensitive Area at 775 Middle Line Highway, Noyak, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 900-23-1-81.3.
Carl Benacasa, 860 Montauk Highway, Watermill, New York. For the applicant, good evening. This is a 2-lot subdivision. We had spoken about this at your regular meeting. It's a very oddly shaped subdivision, certainly not one that you would generally approve of. As you know, this subdivision is required in line with a purchase by the Community Preservation Fund. You have a letter that was submitted by Jackie Fenlon, outlining why the proposed lots are shaped as they are. I don't know, do you have this already? Was this distributed?
Anthony distributed.
Okay. So, the interior lot, the sort of carved-out lot, is going to remain with its current use as a cell phone tower. There's a tower and a few service buildings to the tower, a roadway, and that is carved out from the remainder of the property, which will be preserved by the Community Preservation Fund. The interior parcel, parcel 1, is going to have a covenant and restriction on its use that it can only be used as that cell tower use. And at a point in the future, if it is, and specifically noting that it can only be used as that, and it actually carves out no other use, including residential or commercial. So this can never be used as a residential lot. The conditions of the purchase are that in the future, if the cell tower use is discontinued, abandoned, or no longer feasible, the town has a right of first refusal to purchase the lot and then make the entire parcel preserved. I appreciate that this is not how you would typically design a subdivision, but this is the way the town board came to us with this proposal, and its shape is to maximize preserved space.
Right. So in talking with staff about this really non-conforming shape, I think there is some recommendation to carve out something conforming along the top, so that in the future, the future of cell towers is an unknown. In 5 years, they could be half the size, they could be reconfigured in such a way that it won't be this. So and I know that we got the information from Jackie Fenlon, but I think that we will submit to Jackie Fenlon that this is not the best possible scenario to create a lot this way. We would never, in good conscience, create a lot this shape. So I just want to say that in terms of,
Okay, I can't speak
Direction.
to how that would frustrate the transaction, is the issue.
right,
And I know this is sort of coming to you saying, just put your stamp on this so we can get that done. And I know that's not your role.
yeah,
So we certainly appreciate the input. But it's not a typical situation where I can go back to my client and say, we have to make these changes. That has to be with the consent of the town board, who agreed to this purchase based on this arrangement.
yeah, I know, we're aware of that through
Yeah.
Jackie Fenlon, yeah. How long has it been here, that cell tower?
Oh, I actually couldn't tell you that. Do you want to pull up COs?
It doesn't, if you don't know it, it doesn't.
We could
it's-
find out in
it's
a
not
few
key.
seconds, I'm sure. It's been there a long while, I can tell you that. I mean, it's a cell tower, so.
And the town board approved this configuration, correct?
That is the condition under which they agreed to purchase it.
Yeah. Okay.
When was that? When they,
Well, the way it works is there hasn't been a public hearing. So the way it works is they come to an arrangement
okay.
with this, with this subdivision. A contract goes out and is signed by the purchaser. It's then submitted to the to CPF, who holds it on condition we perform what we need to perform. And then once that's all done, there's a public hearing. The town board countersigns the contract, and we're in contract. So there has been no formal act of the town board yet, but the offer was contingent on that.
So
Gotcha.
was it the seller or the town who created that particular shape?
Town. It was created by the town to maximize open space. That's why it's shaped like that, so that they could give as limited space as possible to the tower and take as much from it. You know, if they just carved it like this, there would be a sort of an issue in the sense that they'd be limiting the amount of preserved space. So this was the town's proposal.
Got it. Okay,
So I don't know what else to say.
that's it.
I can't say much. I can't do much. You take it from there.
Is there anyone, Peter, who wishes to speak to this application on Zoom?
No one.
No one.
What year is that? Yeah, I thought it was about at least 10 years ago,
But they're 10 years ago. Okay.
12 years ago, 13 almost. yeah.
Any other questions? Okay. Motion to close the hearing with a 10-day written comment period by Gloria, second by David.
Aye.
In favor?
Aye.
Five in favor and 2 absent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very bizarre.
Okay, motion to adjourn by George, second by Tom, all in favor?
How do they, you said you have proof that it was
5 in
posted?
favor, 2 absent.
Oh.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Thanks.
I have an affidavit that was sworn to.
No, I'm curious, because.
You didn't see it anywhere?